no other. Hitting that vibe that makes you go all night. Prepare yourself. Creating that love within your soul. This beauty you just want to share. You are now about to be a part of the Supreme Team. You are the Supreme Night Experience. Now and forever. Wherever you are. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. Let's build together. A wonderful community. Helping each other. On a beautiful journey. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. You are now on the Supreme Team. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. Let's build together. A wonderful community. Helping each other. On a beautiful journey. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. You are now on the Supreme Team. You are entering the Supreme Night Experience. A journey like no other. Hitting that vibe that makes you go all night. Prepare yourself. Creating that love within your soul. This beauty you just want to share. You are now about to be a part of the Supreme Team. You are the Supreme Night Experience. Now and forever. Wherever you are. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. Let's build together. A wonderful community. Helping each other.
Okay, good. My controller's working, sort of. Very low power. Fucking. My sleep is off. I'm up. Fuck it. But I guess I'll do a little bit laundry. I was gonna play Gears, but not do this. Takes a little bit to master. I was gonna do something on Ukraine, but I don't know. I haven't got everything down. Something versus, static defense versus more mobilized defense with static elements in the cities. And then, but then, you do that, then you're like, well, what's the current problem is electricity. And the only way that gets resolved is by having power contractors coming in and making a more decentralized power, um, I won't say infrastructure, but ability and capabilities. Then I was just like, well, you could get solar, but you have so many streams. Then you could have windmills, not windmills. You have water mills, mini water mills spread out. And I was like, how long will that take? Like technically, you could put those out in about you could build it in a day or two. But in reality, it's like a lot longer than that to really have it encompass the whole country, like a year, So, second, I'm not hearing sound. And my control, I mean, my try that. I don't know what I did, but apparently it shut off. So, oh, it hard resetted. Now here. Yeah, I have an Xbox Series X shirt. I just realized that, and I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna get an expert Xbox X yet. I have this thing, Liquid. I took the processor. And I took off the heat sink or whatever, and the bonding. So I put liquid metal onto that. And then replace the hard drive with a solid state drive. So it's like an Xbox S instead of an Xbox X. The hard drive. So it's more like ah, I'm still waiting for the Xbox Point Two to come out. Like the next, like the half version of it, not the.
Got the banner. I'm not giving up on them.
too sold on it.
My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine.
Shotgun bolt, all-star. Get some ammo here.
Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back.
So maybe next year. So I was like, what am I gonna get for like Christmas then? If it's not gonna be a PlayStation, I might get the PlayStation. But I know the thing is, like, if I get Nintendo or PlayStation, as soon as I get it, they're gonna come out with the next version. I mean, they instantly. It's like, oh, Supreme's getting it, so everybody else is getting it. It's just like documented like that. So I can't change it. Even if I'm like completely severed from society, they'll just do that. Because they know just our culture and our behavior is always to be integrated and touch base with everybody. Which we do, but it's not like we're all perfect at it.
Activating jump drive.
I got contact over there.
Half the squads are down. There's a fool killed every minute. We're scouting. Come on, I don't bite.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take the skull piercer.
Got some materials.
Jump drive out.
I'm recalling my drone.
Shops open. For VIPs only. We're not all in the ring. That's how you get cooked. EMP, get down!
Replicator incoming.
Oh fuck.
Frag out.
Charging my shield.
Getting shot at.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Portal placed. Getting shot at. Down.
Attention. We have a new kill leader. I can't wait to meet them.
Taking fire. I'm down.
Caught between two swans. So well, it's all right. just the connotation. I just don't like it. Sometimes I'm simple like that. I'm human. I just can't do it. Yeah. It's funny, like one thing takes off and it just goes off. Sort of was like growing up in Seaside, like you say something, it's just like wildfire up and down the coast. And then after that happens a couple of times, you're like more attentive to what you say and do.
You could say I'm looking to make a bit of a scene.
Listen, after what I've seen, nothing down there scares me.
Oh my god.
Introducing your champion.
Truth is coming, and I won't be stopped.
Uh-oh.
I'm the job
That you
master.
suck!
Don't just
That's the
wait,
truth.
just
Good
close your
squad
eyes
means
and
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
good times.
I bet that's a good spot. Woman's intuition.
Okay, at 8. Fuck it, I can get there.
Let's find something good.
What do you say we move here?
We go inside. We got it.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring's far.
Enemy here. Being shot at. Reloading. Bring close to 45. Let's go here. Oh, straight on down. Cracked an enemy shield. Enemy down.
An enemy shield.
You can keep trying.
Whole squad's down. They made the right choices. Well,
Fuck.
getting hit over here. Reloading. Look out, grenade. Enemy down. Recharging my shield.
Healing.
Enemy taken out.
I looted our teammate's banner. They're shooting us. I'm down.
Care package coming in. Enemy shield.
Don't worry. Got him either way. Zigged or zagged. Patching myself up. 1 second. We got this.
Attention, the champion has been eliminated.
Throwing jump drive.
The champion made a poor choice.
coming home with me tonight. Hold on, I need to heal. Nice choice. You've got good taste. Recharging my shields. Hold on, I need to heal.
Contact with hostile. Opening fire.
Throwing jump drive.
You wanna go here? Sandbag knuckle cluster firing. Broke that enemy shield. Cloud there. Deploying me knuckle cluster. Reload.
Look out, grenade.
I'm hit.
Enemy down.
Reloading.
Broke that enemy shield.
Need to recharge my shield. Longbow here. G7 scout here.
Recharging shields.
Flatline here. Go here, fellas. Go here, fellas.
Jump drive in position.
Damn it. Okay, good. I knew that.
We ought to go here.
Can't do that.
Jump drive active. Setting up shop.
Reckon we should go here.
Don't mind if I do.
Fuck. Should've got that energy map.
Jump drive in position.
Joker soon at me. Firing. Cloud spotted over here. Enemy here. Stand back. Knuckle clusters firing. Mother load incoming. Guy's about to fall, lads.
Thermite grenade out.
Damn it. They're on the other side.
Here. Stand back. Knuckle clusters firing. Recharging me shields. Took out a Joker.
Round 2.
Healing. Give me a sec.
Countdown.
Getting shot at.
Supply
Point
ship
jumping.
inbound. Replicator being delivered.
Patching myself up.
Found some materials.
Here comes a replicator. Reloading. Joker right
Make
here.
my way over.
Enemy knuckle cluster.
Let's go this way.
Being shot. Bugger. I'm down. Enemy here, fellas.
Need to recharge my shield.
Enemy here. Enemy here, fellas. Enemy right here.
Fuck.
Just us now. Healing up. Eyes are open though. Patching myself up. Half the squads remain.
Shit. Not want to do that.
Oh, look.
See what they got here.
We've got a minute until the ring closes. If you want it,
Optics
bag
here.
it.
Close range.
I'm crafting patience.
That's all I could get.
We've
Good.
got 30 seconds to be somewhere else if we don't want to get cooked. Let's do some shopping.
10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
Fuck.
Mama's got a brand new bag.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Ring's
Come
coming
out.
in.
Jump drive out.
Attention. Delivering care package.
I feel good about this care package. Shall we? Recharging my shields. Taking fire.
Portal's ready.
Recharging shields.
Down. Replicator
Jump drive in
being
position.
delivered.
Replicator incoming.
Shit.
Let's explore this way.
Healing.
Fuck.
Activating jump drive. One minute until the ring closes, and everything here is gone for good. Recharging my shields.
45 seconds. Ring's close.
Opening shop. Come see the merchandise. Recharging my shields. We've got 30 seconds to get to the next ring. If you go down, I'm not carrying you. Mama's got you now. Nice choice. You got good taste. Ten seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go.
Warning. Ring closing.
We're all outside the ring and a wall of death is coming our way.
Care package coming in.
Jump drive out.
Firing. They're out. Firing. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Need to recharge my shields. Watch yourself. There's another squad attacking. Recharging my shields.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Archstar out. Let's go this way.
Tossing jump drive. do some shopping. You are coming home with me tonight. Phoenix kit here.
Already inside. Two other squads remain.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
God damn it.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Good, we're inside. One more squad. Getting shot at. Broken enemy shield. Opening fire.
Open up shop and shut them down.
Recharging my shields.
Hell of a time to go shopping.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Enemy shield broken. Recharging my shields.
Taking damage.
Need to recharge my shields. Broken enemy shield. Reloading. Enemy down. Need to recharge my shields.
Cover me. I'm using a Phoenix kit.
I'm taking shots. Enemy shield broken. Reloading. Down.
Got one.
We have our Apex champions.
See, the thing is, like, if you avoid, you're hoping for the last squad to be like one or two, not a 3 squad. So when I kept missing all those shots, I was just like, fuck. It again plays into like constantly attack, whittling them down, talking about so you can't just avoid contact. So you constantly engage. Now we touch base like, okay, this team has this many, this team has that many. And then builds onto the skill, also, because get more kills in and everything. So, and here you are, in your arrogance, be like, oh, I could outthink it. So you're like, oh, I could do this. But the basics, what everybody else is doing to get better at the game is running in there, getting as many kills. And unfortunately, it's like, oh, almost like a science. We're still people. We like to overcomplicate things. Unfortunately, it's the same in that aspect. But we think like we could overthink it, outsmart it. But you can't outsmart something that's been for the history of like us being on this earth, of human interaction. I like that skin. Oh, god damn it. Come on. Let's go. Devotion. Don't have time. All right. This is my last game. 3 o'clock. 3 in the morning. There you go. So we're going this way. Oh, fuck. Figures. 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 Nope. Not gonna make it. That doesn't count. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll get back to this. Play some Gears. I was gonna like do my laundry or whatever, but wasn't actually doing that. You know, hang up my clothes. Like I usually take really good care of my clothes. And so I have like shirts that are not even worn or whatever, so like house shirts that I just wear around. And some old stuff. But I tend to wear like the same stuff. It's like so it's comfortable for me, you know. But I decided to get more clothes this year. I feel better, you know. I was like, oh, okay. Keeping up with trends makes you feel better, actually. It's like this little thing that you can't get around. Like you think you're above society and you know what people think about you, but you're just acceptable as everything else, you know. You know, you can instantly go into any social situation and change it, that kind of thing. But then you realize, you know, some of that is people realizing that you have that capability, you know, and you're like, ah, no, I'm still do that regardless of the fact. And then you're like, well, and I was thinking about it earlier, as a different context, but it's a lot of externalities that we don't want to acknowledge are there, but we apply to ourselves as its skill. And even though we know that, we are not immune to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, here I am with a new outfit on. And maybe I have a twin, which I do. Doesn't have an outfit on. Who looks better? Is person with the outfit on, right? Or whoever who gets more attention. Person with better outfit on. Like, and we're like, well, that person is better skilled or whatever, but in actuality, it was a it was a test to see who gets more attention, who has more personality, or whatever. And it was just like it's just that one simple thing, and we apply too much um, weight onto that. But it's just like the simplicity of everything. And I guess for a guy, it's just like, well, you know what I mean? We don't really think about these things. A girl does. And so it's just that very aspect of it when you grow up and you realize stuff like that. Like, what's the point? If everything's so simple, why do you really give a fuck about it? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Actually, I'm gonna go back to Apex. Then you come back and you should go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Do those things, whatever. But it's just like, why? I guess a lot of people, it's just like second nature to do all those nuances, but it's pointless, man. Because you know how quick shit could change just like that. It's like There's smart people out there. I think like one person I'm out of four, you got, this wave or that wave or whatever, so to speak. Yeah, I guess, but you don't want to be relying on anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like you make those waves. Is more what you should be focusing on. You don't want to comment on the wind blowing. You want to make the wind blow. Have people comment on that. And I think that's more of our culture. Making the wind blow. By and large, I would say like then are people like tacking on stuff. It's like, I have a little bit of this, I have a little bit of that. I'm Serpentor. I have shut the fuck up. Hold up. And then, like, I'm very careful about real estate too. I don't want to overcomplicate it or lead into conversations that overcomplicated, whatever. It's just like you're in college and learning about development, real estate, and they talk about residential. They're like, okay, you just, it's below them. It's below a collegiate education to even talk about residential real estate because of the simplicity of it. And, granted, we spend a day or two of it, whatever, and you get down to, either the macro of it, whatever, and a meta type of thing, whatever. But, it's just a procedural bureaucracy thing. And so you gotta, you know, but every industry wants to make it look like, it's just the complexities only a few could obtain and perfect or whatever. So you want to take that always, and you want to be caught up in it all, I'm talking about. So, I want to learn it, but, society knowing that, you want to withhold this information and have access to it and have gatekeeping to it. But, that in itself forms like this, almost this crutch for you to uh, state, well, that's the case for you to not acquire the information. But, so I have to be a little bit more assertive and get to getting it. So in that aspect, but that being said, I have to renew my application and take those continuing education, and that's a straightforward enough process or whatever, just do that, and then I could focus on the nuances or whatever. But then again, like I said, marketing and photos and it's just something so procedural or whatever, but we place so much emphasis on it. But that being said, again, I need to do it. I need to put in the time to acquire it. And it comes down to that. And I guess that's why I'm tearing up my worth ethic to get it. And that's part of the fun, just knowing it, and I have to be content in that, I'm all right, you know, like I'm everyone else. Not looking down, what I'm saying? So, and there's an aspect where you got to face reality and you have to acquire more money because that's part of it, what I'm saying? You just can't just have this arrogance based on air, what I'm saying? And that air is having no money. So do that thing that gets you money, and it'll lend some weight to everything you speak about when it matters. No. But that's what I was thinking about. But yeah, just do those things. And I was like, well, do I want to play a game or do my laundry? I was like, yeah, I gotta do my laundry. I was like, I don't want to. I was like, do I want to do a little, get some Apex in? Yeah. But I was like, well, I do my laundry straight for like an hour? No. So it's like, fuck it. Just have my, my pile of clothes that I should hang up here. Okay, launch it. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's see. Sometimes it's like that. If I want to speak, it holds back. And when I launch it, launch it. Killmonger 3000. What is up? My check. Killmonger, turn down your microphone. Turn down your microphone, Killmonger. Where do we want to go, people? Where do we want to go? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Looks fun over there.
Going.
Remember, eyes on the prize.
You have fun, amigo. I'm going over there. Enemy spotted. Way out there. Gracias.
Keep your eyes peeled. An enemy landed near me.
Come on, where is the damn door?
That's what happens when you get too excited. Enemy landed near me. They just can't resist me, can they?
Down. Need a medic.
We're already in the ring. Guess I'll go there for fun.
Lost one. Shoot him!
Got the back. Get the beacon.
Target down. We have a new kill leader. I can't wait to meet
Where you at? Where you at, Killmonger? Killmonger, I got you. I got you.
Activating jump.
Oh, fuck! Maybe not, Killmonger. Giant jab. Killmonger needs to get some kills. Killmonger. Not to say that he gave me phenom, but see all these things on me? That's all the times I died. Okay, sorry. Don't want to set you. Just relax. Everything's okay. You know, when back in Nam, when I was in Motor T, okay, I gotta go.
I don't settle. I'm not made that way.
All aboard the ox train.
You and me? Let's take
Knockout, what is up? Oh my god, Killmonger 3000, what else was up? 3R. Are these same Killmonger again? I'm very honored, Killmonger.
This is your champion.
I know you wanted to die, thinking your ancestors, looking at the light coming up.
Master.
Is that how it
Time to
ended?
make some jaws drop. Let's land here.
Sí, por favor.
I'm gonna call myself, you know, as soon as I see Black Panther, it's gonna be like Killmonger. Coming back like Amistad.
Let's land here. Eyes on the prize.
Just spotted someone out there.
next ring. Good. More time to loot.
Got our first worm food, compadres.
New kill leader.
Go on, watch out.
You are all so utterly predictable. Let's hope the results of this experiment are much less mundane.
Warning.
Must call them faster.
Say what? We're all inside this ring.
My test has been paused. Feel free to enter the experiment chamber at your leisure.
Got some materials here.
Let's go.
What is
Optics
this?
here. Mid-range.
Tick-tock. The true experiment is about to begin.
Attention. Delivering care
Okay.
Care package. Sweet.
I'd like to introduce you to my new abundance of toxins. I look
Thermite
forward
grenade
to
here.
you all getting acquainted.
Shops open. For VIPs only. You are coming home with me tonight. Remember who hooked you up. I've got your back.
Closed door here.
Thanks.
No problemo. We could check out here.
Copy that.
Mira, someone's out there. They're far.
Copy that.
Recharging my shields.
Might be good stuff over there. I'll be quick.
Not leaving you alone.
Jump drive in position.
Okay, Killmonger. Got you.
See someone out there. Enemy spotted over there. Let's go over here.
Anybody want to scout? Here we go.
Shield battery here.
Open up shop and shut them down. G7 scout here.
Can you open that weapons hold?
Watch your kneecap. Gotta blow up this hole.
Spotted someone out there.
We got trouble. Really close.
Half the squads are down. There's a
Hold
few
up.
killed every minute.
Enemy out there.
Jumped right into the
Give me a second here.
Hey, Mira, we got some enemies right here. I'm going in. Reloading. Mira, that was the last of that squad.
Beautiful.
Bad dudes
We
over
have a
there.
replicator coming in.
Shit. Kind of have no choice but get these two. What's this right here?
Check out this toxic gas cloud, compadres. Get shot. Crack the bad dude's shield. Reloading. Reloading.
Reloading. Reloading.
Ball check here.
I got some bad guys here.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Crack the bad dude's shield. Reload. Down that one. That one's out for the count. Bad dudes over there. Taking fire.
Taking fire.
Reloading. Charging up my shields. Hey, we got bad guys over there.
Freshening up with a Phoenix kit.
Someone's out there. Oh, that's got a kick.
Shoot him.
Amigo, let's go here. I'm hit. Aquí, over here.
I've got some hits on there.
Grenade, move!
Charging up my shields.
We're all inside the ring. Good. Recharging my shields.
We could check out here. Gold company, and they're not here to sell me chickens. Ah, care package, sweet. Engaging. I saw someone, and I don't think they're selling cookies.
Recharging my shield.
Yo, someone else is over there.
I'm spotted. Taking fire.
We've got drones. Firing. Reloading.
Enemy down.
Beginning ring countdown.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Reloading.
Replicator being delivered.
Beautiful. We have a replicator coming in.
They're not getting back up.
Mama's got a brand new bag.
Reloading.
What? Aquí, over here. I got some bad guys here.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Charging shields. I need shields.
Let's go this way. Target spotted. Attention.
It's go time! Yo, we should have check out that care package. Oh look, someone wandered into our safe space. Firing! Cracked the bad dude's shield. Downed one. Taking fire! Reloading. Down. Gonna put up a heat shield. Un momentito, healing.
Round 4.
Recharging.
Taking fire! Oh, I'm down! Heads up, we're not alone. That was not coming down.
I cracked an enemy shield. Reloading. Another squad down.
Only 2 other squads left.
Reloading.
Now what would you do without me?
Recharging my shields.
Calling it a lifeline package.
Come on, guys, let me faster, right?
Getting healed back.
We've got a minute until recharging my shields.
Charging shields.
Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back.
And concentrate.
Got company, and they're not here to sell me chickens.
We gotta move in.
Ten seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go.
Warning. Movement in progress.
Time's up and we're not in the ring. Move now.
Contact. Shoot him.
Must go faster.
I cracked an enemy shield.
Last one down. Come on, Nick. Say hello. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Recharging shields.
Go fast. Taking fire.
Shut down.
Shooting at me.
Countdown.
Healing.
Fuck.
Crack the bad dude's shield.
Recharging my shields.
Reloading. Look out! Grenade! Charging shields.
Reloading. Recharging my shields.
Un momento.
45 seconds.
I'm spotted. Taking fire. Enemy shields broke.
Nice.
No killing right here.
You are the Apex Champions.
Good job. Good job. 21 squads. All right, upped it. Soon it would be like 100 squads. 300 people. That's the next level. Because it doesn't really have that same vibe. Okay, 1 in 20. But when you have like 1 in 100, sort of has like that. Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, you're 1 in 100. Even though technically, like, each squad, it's like 160, really. So 1 in 100 squads, give or take 300, probably, realistically, 1 in about 280, 300, around there. What, 260, 280. I don't know, whatever the number is. Like, I give a fuck. Like, it really matters, but it's just his mic. I would add it, but it was just too fucked up. Well, on the end part, I did learn it's like whoever could whittle them down the fastest. You know, it's not like who has the most gear. It's trying to recharge the quickest and whittle them down the fastest. Anyways, I think I'm good. Take a break for a second. Come back. Trying to put my notes together on the other thing. As like this massive fortification being built. I don't know if it's so massive, really. You know, trying to get away from those terms that other people put onto it. I guess I just don't see I get there's a little bit of concern about it, but I have to see. Because here it is. If you get secure behind your fortifications, then there's this pause and everything favors your opinion. Everything. I mean, this electricity is a bit of concern, but it's manageable, unfortunately. And it's deadly. And here we are in America. Here am I. But it's manageable, unfortunately. Here we're looking at it like, well, war is just, you know, like whatever. You know, it can't be like that. I don't want to look at future things without attending to the things that are, you know, at issue now. I guess maybe that's a little bit something I have to work on. It's something I should definitely be aware of, right? So I just want to make sure they're handling the electricity aspect of it, so we have the opportunity to worry about the later stages, right? but that line being built should not be if other things that are attended to won't be an issue. But that's I'm not really worried about it. I think it's a fallback line, actually. That's my thinking. I think it's a fallback line. It's not where they accepted to defend from, but if worst case scenario, that's where they want to fall back to. I mean, now that I said it, should be obvious. But me, I favor what is currently happening, obviously. A more mobilized defense. And then you put those dragon teeth, trank traps around the cities. I guess, like, if it's Severodonetsk and Luhansk, I think on the Luhansk, like the south side, you would have that. And I bet there's manuals about how far out you want to have those kind of entrenching anti-tank things. And probably at that distance, whatever those manuals got to dust off and everything. We don't want to reinvent trench warfare here. Be like, oh, well, trench warfare is so much different now. No, it's the same fucking thing. So basically, all those mathematical vectors of fire are all there that you want to have some kind of combat engineer lay out. And I think that's what really is lacking is these contractors for power, defensive works that we need to in place, and have them do that. And on top of that, obviously, those entrenchments grind on the enemy more, but they will be overwhelmed. But that being said, they are effective to an extent. To an extent, they should be built, but not as like it's an end all to anything, obviously. But we're with the information not really disseminated out to everybody. I think that's also a big thing, is having information to all the Ukrainians, like how effective each of these things is. We have these entrenchments. Yes, it's here to grind on the enemy, but once it reaches the point where it's no longer grinding down and they're going to be overwhelmed eventually, we have to go back to our secondary line, as our fallback line. And that secondary fallback line would be another city, and giving the open country more or less to them. And because you could be mobile in that open country. But if they keep walking up that static line, I guess that's my little concern. Gotta constantly. But you have to outbuild them. But I don't really think it's effective. Because that line is also deterring them. It's inhibiting their movement. Because now you have choke points where where the enemy has to execrate from. Now where you have to infiltrate, really. But that connotation is not really that you have to remove. I know it's definitely an interesting thing. be one thing if you had like 1 million or 2 million troops already, and then these fortifications were being built and walked up. I don't think Russia has that manpower. Can mobilize that manpower just yet. It has it, but no, I don't think it mobilizes it. And that's the difference. What you do want to do, and this is back to classical warfare, you want to harass them as they're building the fortifications. You got to drone strike it, artillery strike it as they're building it. You just have to. That's why we always sent out raids, so you delay their building and your fortifications are being built faster than their fortifications. So what your entrenchments and what your defenses needs to be built faster than they can. And so you capture the cities where you want to defend and you delay their building. So you want to outbuild them in that aspect, to constantly outbuild your enemy. And when you want to outmove, outmobilize, and outbuild them. So if you see it built, well, yeah, well, just don't watch it. Isn't that nice? How are we gonna do it? Oh, fuck, stop it. Now that I said that, it's obvious. But bro, we're gonna get harassed. By then, I mean you gotta kill these people working. I'm gonna jump off. I'm just thinking. You know, I'd be concerned if they were able to conscript. Like, if you read back the siege of St. Petersburg, they force conscripted the population, built tank traps all around. And St. Petersburg was never taken. So, and then my point is, it's possible, but I'll go with what everybody's saying. It's just not a smart thing to do. But we have to get it to the point where that entrenchments and those anti-tank line fortifications is not going to be as effective. Is it going to be effective? Yes. To extent, yes. But not to the point where we can't overcome it. But to make sure that it's not, wants and purposes, not an issue, we have to make sure it's not an issue. Because it will be effective somewhat. You know what I mean? Could it be more effective than somewhat? Yeah. I don't think it is. But we got to make sure we got to do those things to make sure. And I'll leave it at that. You just don't want to okay, it's not going to be an issue, and then it becomes one. I think they're making an assumption already. There's something in their doctrine that this is effective if we had hundreds of thousands of troops that are able to man all those trenches, and they just don't. Yet. And that being said, what I will say this, that no one else has said, them choosing a more static line to make this a war of attrition has to be lend way to the Ukrainians, because it gives them a more of a pause, a more of a delay, whatever that is, for them to train and supply. And the reason this is not playing out as normal warfare, for obvious reasons, information, is that the Ukrainians are able to be in detail. When I say in detail, outnumber Pacific units. When I say in detail, it's a specific military term stating that they were able to outnumber the Russians in certain locations, and that unit could be used again to overwhelm the Russians. So in detail, it's a very Napoleonic term that emerged from those wars, codified by the Germanic generals of the Victorian era. So in detail, in that term, not every little detail. When I say detail, I usually say nuances. So in that, when it's in detail, that means overwhelm them in that Pacific and can't constantly outmaneuver, beat them in detail. Outmaneuver and beat them in detail. So there they are, the bulk of them. You take your bulk, you flank them, so it's a flanking maneuver. So that's what I mean by that. And I still think it's a war movement, beating them in detail. And that obstacle poses an issue to hinder that to a degree. But and there's another issue why, like I said, it's a minor thing. Keep it as minor. Because what you're trying to do, you're trying to defend something that's not defendable. You can't defend the countryside with something that needs more to it, you know, like with the Ukrainians defending Kiev, you have the Kiev's not only the will to fight, you have the entrenchments, and they're building out the entrenchments. Now, let's say they had those anti-tank traps, like they had a management line at the Siegfried line, in addition to everything else. They have another layer. See, that's where it's effective. Now you had those deeper tank traps, and you had the barbed wire. Imagine that's how you want to think. So it's just, now it becomes defendable. And now you even have more mortars and anti-tank and everything. So, the Ukrainians have the will, have the manpower, and it's more manual, and you could man it in a city. Because now you could also have the ability to make sorties out, because you have your concentrated fire on certain, gates, so to speak, whatever. You could come in at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, half a dozen points or whatever, right? And then come back, circle, create chaos, and come back in, or actually go to another city. You can make like these arcs of chaos, these thunder runs to one fortified city to another fortified city, destroying everything in the countryside, and that kind of thing. And so now you have these fortified positions where not only you could use the best of mobility, the best of static defense, in a place that static defenses are going to be more effective. And if each city supplies and defends each other city, boom, there you go. So in a perfect scenario, you would have a line of cities and then all defend, or a line of strong points. You know what I'm talking about? And sort of like on the Hadrian's Wall, they know they couldn't man the whole wall, so every so often they would have, these fortifications, right? So those people would alert all the way down there, and they would form up, and they would march and go out to meet them, and then they would hold the line, and they know the wall was a delaying tactic. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't like everybody's up on the wall fighting, whatever, but it's more of like an alert, Anyways, I gotta go. It's my thoughts. I don't really have anything put together. I have to look at it. I think, I really don't want to research it, too much. It's just, there's a lot of good military experts and avid historian, to military professional tacticians. It's just like, I know at my level, and then over here, so I'm definitely a good stopgap, but I don't know, I gotta say. And then I have to have like all these balls in the air at the same time, knowing that as soon as I say something, the world knows about it, but to make sure mine far outweighs its effectiveness, anybody knowing it. So I have to play on that level, which I could do, but it takes a little bit more thought than just like being able to have like someone who knows about it and can give information directly to. But then if you keep having information very secretive, then that gives weighted information to people that might not know what they're doing or whatever, and you don't want that. So it definitely has to be a cadre of people who constantly go over things. That's my main concern. So I like my avenue. I think of something, put it to the hopper to other military historians. They think about, build on it. Then that gets up to a different level, probably retired generals, to our intelligence, and then over to Ukraine. And that, I think that's a bit, because everybody can add in their information, but if it's just done up here, then you don't have all the other goodness of what American society could bring to bear. And I think in something where you have a closed society versus an open society, you want to use everything, all of the information. Because if you just keep over here what you're in effect doing, it's just making a closed society against another closed society. You don't want that. So be very careful of that. So those are things that go through my mind while I do everything. Trying to use the best of our open society versus a closed society, and the best aspects of our our ability with information. I want to say about closed, but the best aspects of what we could bring to bear. So that's definitely goes through my mind or whatever. So, because our intelligence is like, where can we beat them in detail? Where can we outnumber them? Oh, okay, over here, this unit's kind of below strength, blah blah, has this, and that. Oh, we need to take this out, that out, blah. The typical stuff or whatever, and that aspect of warfare is definitely huge. Than we could never do before. So, have Russians followed a doctrine of World War II and reading up on it? They're reading on depreciated information, and it's antiquated to the point where I don't think it's really effective, and that's where that line comes in. It would be affected, yeah, but the thing is, like, we could look down and see what they have over there and be like, oh, well, this line over here is not really defended, so let's attack there. Matter of fact, that's not defended, this is not defended, this is defended, so let's pretend to attack over here, and we just swip over here, break through that at Dark whatever, talking about, and we could just bust through there, and now there's nothing over here, and we could just flank the whole goddamn thing. And that's basically what's probably going to happen. But we got to get to the point where we got to make sure that happens. And then stating we have to ensure that happens. We have to make an environment where that does happen and make the wind blow instead of commenting on the wind blowing. You got to handle electricity first, so whatever. Anyways, I got to go. I'm just going to go in circles after a while. Peace.